Hi, I am Ariel. In this podcast, I am going to talk about English vocabulary. Now let's get started. First, let's start with some greetings that you must know to understand native speakers and to sound natural yourself. This is how a native speaker will say, "How are you?" to a friend, a colleague, a family member. "How's it going?" And if two people haven't seen each other for a longer period of time, you can add on, "How's it going?" Long time no sees. Long time no see. You can reverse them. Long time no see. How's it going? Long time no sees. Here is one that native speakers love, but it confuses students. What have you been up to lately or recently? This is in the present. Perfect. What have you been up to? Up to just means doing what? Have you been up to lately or recently? And you can use all of these together. How's it going? Long time no sees. What have you been up to lately? You will. Sounds so natural. Now let's talk about how to answer these greetings. How's it going? It's going. And then your adjective. It's going great. Long time no sees. You can confirm this by saying, "I know too long. I know it's been a long time since we last saw each other. I know too long. It's been too long." Now, although, what have you been up to lately? Recently is a long question. Generally, native speakers will answer by saying, "Not too much. Not too much." And then for all of these, you can add on and you to get the reply from the person you're talking to. Now let's talk about how to say thank you like a native speaker. Thanks so much. Now notice instead of thank you, I'm saying thanks. You need that S. It is required grammatically. Thanks so much. Thanks a million. Thanks a bunch. These are simply alternative ways to say thank you very much. Thanks a bunch. Two of my favorite ways to say thank you are simply by saying "You're the best." You're the best, I also say. So if you want to sound very natural, you can use those. Two, you could also say "I really appreciate it." Or you could say "That's so nice of you." "That's so kind of you." You can use nice or kind. It doesn't matter. So if you're enjoying this video, why don't you show appreciation right now? Use one of these expressions, whichever one is your favorite, and put it in the comments. Thanks a bunch, Ariel. You rock. Ariel, you're the best. Ariel, put that in the comments to show appreciation for this video and to sound very natural. How about to say "You're welcome"? My favorite, and one that's very common, is simply "No worries, no worries, no worries at all." No worries. You could say "Happy to help" or "My pleasure," or you could say "anytime." Notice it's one word. Anytime. 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 And I will reply back to your comment saying thank you with one of these natural expressions, saying "You're welcome" in a very natural way. Now, when it's time to say bye, you can say "Take care, take care, take care." If someone is getting into a vehicle, you can say "Drive safe" or "Drive safely, drive safe." Now, technically, grammatically, you need the adverb, which is safely. But native speakers use "drive safe" more than "drive safely." So you will absolutely hear both "drive safe," "drive safely." You can say talk soon," or "see you soon," "see you soon." Now let's say someone offers you something like a drink or a piece of cake, but you want to say no. You want to decline it, but you want to do it politely. You can say I'm good, but thanks anyway." It's nice to add appreciation. "I'm good, but thanks anyway." "No thanks, I'm good." "None for me, but thanks anyway." I'll pass, but thanks, I'll pass." so definitely add on that. But thanks, or but things anyway, to sound very polite when you're requesting help. You can say, can you give me a hand? Give me a hand, give me a hand. You can say, do you mind? And then you need a gerund verb. Do you mind helping me out? Native speakers like to turn help into a phrasal verb. Help out. Do you mind helping me out? One I use a lot is got a sack. Got a sack? Sack is short per second, which represents a small amount of time that you can make available for me. Got a sack? You got a sack. So let me try these expressions with you. Got a sack? Do you mind helping me out by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing? It would really help me out. Now, if you're offering help to someone else, you can say, need a hand. But notice you do the rising intonation to make it sound like a question. Need a hand? Need a hand? Or you can say it as a statement, and you can say, I can give you a hand with that. And then you can give them a hand. You can help them out. Or as a statement, you can say, let me help you with that. Let me help with you with that. And then you can pick up that heavy box and help your friend out. Let me help you with that. It's Friday, so let's talk about the weekend. You can ask someone, what are you up to this weekend? Again, notice that up to at the beginning. What have you been up to lately or recently? And now I'm asking you, what are you up to this weekend? So, what are you up to this weekend? It's very common to ask any plans this weekend. And again, rising intonation to show it's a question. So do you have any plans this weekend? I love the expression on the go. Anything on the go this weekend? It's simply an alternative to plans. Now, if you want to arrange social plans, you can ask, are you free? Are you free? On Saturday, you can make a statement and say, we should hang out soon. We should hang out soon. Hang out is when you interact with someone socially. We should hang out soon. Native speakers love using the verb grab. Do you want to grab coffee? Grab dinner. Do you want to grab dinner sometime? And then you can add your time reference tonight. Do you want to grab coffee tonight? Now, if you're arranging a business meeting, you can still use, are you free? You might add the verb to meet. Are you free to meet? And then a specific time, because a meeting takes place at a very specific time on Thursday at 2 p.m. You could say, I'm available on Thursday at 2 p.m., and then ask, does that work? Does that work for you? Or you could ask, what works best for you? What works best for you? Well, whatever works best for you, Bill. Now, let's say you want to ask for clarification. You could say, sorry, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Sorry, what does X mean? And then X is whatever the word is that you don't understand. Or you could clarify by saying, sorry, what do you mean by X? If you're having trouble understanding someone, you need to be honest. You can say, could you speak up a little? Speak up means speak louder. Could you speak up a little? I'm having trouble hearing you. Could you speak up, please? If they're speaking too quickly, you can say, could you slow down a little? I'm having difficulty understanding you. Now, let's say you want to confirm understanding of either something you've said or something the other person has said. You can say, do you know what I mean? So you explain something and then say, do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, I know what you mean. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense? Or you can simply shorten that and say, make sense with a rising intonation. These two you need to put in your vocabulary. Does that sound good to you? Does that sound good to you? And then native speakers will often shorten that just to sound good with a rising intonation. Sound good sounds great. There's one idiom you could use, and that's to be on the same page. So you could say, "Are we on the same page?" And this is used to say that you agree or that you have a shared understanding. For example, I could say, "Learn English is a great resource to help you become fluent." Are we on the same page? Do you agree? Do we have a shared understanding? Now, if you do agree, you can say, "We're on the same page." We're on the same page, Ariel. So put that in the comments to show that you agree. We're on the same page. We're 100% on the same page. Are you enjoying this lesson? If you are, then I want to tell you about the Finally Fluent Academy. This is my best training program where we study native English speakers from TV, the movies, YouTube, and the news. So you can improve your listening skills of fast English, expand your vocabulary with natural expressions, and learn advanced grammar easily. Plus, you'll have me. Now let's continue with our lesson. Now every single day I say, "I don't know," for various reasons, and I'm sure you do too. But there are many different ways that you can say, "I don't know," to help you sound more advanced, more fluent, and to also help you understand native speakers, because we use a lot of alternatives. So let's learn over 30 different ways that you can say, "I don't know," like a native speaker. First, let's talk about some everyday ways that you can say, "I don't know." You can use these in more casual situations and professional situations. So let's say your friend or coworker asks you a random question like, "How far away is the sun?" and you don't know the answer. How can you reply the most popular answer, WIBI? I have no idea. And this is really to stress the fact that you have no knowledge on the topic. Remember, the question is, how far away is the sun? I have no idea. Now we can also shorten this and simply say, no idea. I have no idea. No idea. Another common answer is, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Now you can expand on this and you can say, I'm not too sure. Not too sure. I'm not too sure about that. That meaning the question, I'm not too sure about how far away the sun is. Not sure about that. Not sure about what. A fun one is simply to say, who knows? Who knows? Seriously, who knows? Doctor, you know? Who knows? You could say, your guess is as good as mine. It's implying that you also don't know the answer. Your guess is as good as mine. Well, your guess is as good as mine. I created a free lesson PDF that summarizes all the different ways to say, I don't know. Now another one with the word guess is if I had to guess, I'd say so. You're letting the person know that your answer could be completely wrong. So how far away is the sun? If I had to guess, I'd say 100 million miles. I don't know. Am I right? You let me know in the comments. If I'm right, you could say, I wish I knew. That's an interesting piece of knowledge. I wish I knew, but I don't. I wish I knew. I wish I could help you. I wish I could help you with that. I wish I could answer that for you, but I can't. I wish I knew, Robin. I wish I knew. You could also say, I can't help you with that one. I can't help you with that question. You could say, that's an interesting question, but, and then use any of the expressions we just learned. That's an interesting question, but I have no idea. You could also just say, I've never thought about that before, which is probably true. A common way to answer that question now is simply to take out your phone and say, Hey Siri, how far away is the sun? Hey, I was actually pretty close. It was 149 million miles away, and I said 100 million miles, and I completely guessed. I'm pretty proud of that. So that's a great way to answer. Just ask Siri or Alexa or whoever else. There are two very common idioms that you can use. The first idiom is beats me. That beats me, but we commonly get rid of that and simply say, beats me. And that's the same as saying, I have no idea. Beats me. The other idiom is, I haven't the slightest idea, and the slightest is this much, the smallest amount possible. But you're saying you don't even have that. So it's another way of saying, I have no idea. I haven't the slightest idea. Now, instead of slightest, you could say foggiest or faintest, and it means the exact same thing. Or you can say, I haven't a clue, which also means the same thing. So they're just slight changes to the same idiom, and they're very commonly used, because I haven't the foggiest idea why. I mean, look at me. Now let's talk about some more professional expressions that you can use when you're asked a question, but you don't know the answer. So, let's say your boss asks you how many units of a specific product were sold last month. You could reply back and say, when do you need to know by? And your boss will likely say an hour, 2 hours, tomorrow, next week, and tell you when they need the information now. If they say right now, I need it right now, then you can reply back and say, let me get that for you. Get that being the answer, the information. Or you could say, let me find out, let me look into this instead of let me. You could also say, I will as a contraction. All I'll find out, I'll look into this, I'll let you know, I'll get back to you. Another way to reply is to say, I need to check something, and then I'll get back to you. So you're letting the person know that you just need to do something first. Instead of check, you could say, I need to confirm something. I need to verify something. I need to look into something and get back to you. You can also specify a specific time or date when you'll have the information. Let me look into this and I'll get back to you by 2 o'clock, by the end of the day, by tomorrow, by next week, and let the person know. Let me look into it. Now, if you do want to admit that you don't know the answer now, you could say something like, I'm not sure offhand. So offhand is just an expression we use to mean right now. I'm not sure offhand. Let me look into this and I'll get back to you by 2 o'clock. Does that work for you? And you can add, does that work for you to clarify that getting back to them with the information by 2 p.m. is acceptable? Your boss will likely say, sure, no problem. Or they might say, no, I have a meeting in 10 minutes and I need this information. Well, then, of course, you say, no problem. I'll find out right now and get back to you in a few minutes. Of course, by the deadline, your boss just told you. Now, instead of saying, I'm not sure offhand, which again is just an expression, I'm not sure offhand, you could say, I'm not sure off the top of my head. So again, this is another way of just saying right now, off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Let me find out and I'll email you the information in 10 minutes. So you could also use in and a time reference in 10 minutes, in an hour, in 20 minutes, or you could simply say ASAP. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Let me check and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You can also say ASAP. There's 2 different ways to say it, ASAP or ASAP. They're both acceptable. I think ASAP is more common though. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Look into it. Get back to you. ASAP. Amazing job. Now let's keep going and talk about more advanced ways that you can say goodbye to, again, help you sound very fluent and natural and help you understand native speakers. Let's do that now. You can absolutely say bye or goodbye. It's grammatically correct. The problem is that it sounds very formal, and native speakers don't really say goodbye. We say goodbye, but then we add on a natural expression. So let's talk about natural expressions you can use in everyday situations, like shopping at the grocery store, at a restaurant, or dealing with a customer service agent. You can say, bye, but then add on, take care. Bye, take care. Now you can also say, take care, and then, bye, take care, bye. Or you can simply say, take care, take care. You can say, have a good, and then whatever the time reference is, have a good day, morning, afternoon, evening, night. Or you can say, have a good one, which is general to any situation. Have a good one. Bye, take care, have a good one. A quick tip is that native speakers commonly combine multiple expressions like I just did. Bye, take care, have a good night. It's very common to use 2 to 3 or more expressions, so feel free to combine them. Now you can replace the adjective good with a different adjective. Have a wonderful day. Have a fabulous afternoon. Have a fantastic weekend. You can say bye for now, which implies that you're going to see that person again. Bye for now. Or you can say, enjoy the rest of, and then the time period. Enjoy the rest of your day, your night, your evening, your weekend, your vacation. Now let's talk about saying goodbye to your friends. The most common is, see you soon, see you later. A common one is also, talk soon. Bye, talk soon. See you later. I'll see you later. Now, if you have a future date planned with that friend, you can say, see you next weekend, see you tomorrow, see you at the party, and reference that next event you can add. Can't wait to add some excitement. Can't wait to see you next weekend. Can't wait to see you at the party. You can say bye. It was so nice seeing you instead of so nice you can add. It was awesome. It was amazing. It was wonderful. It was lovely. And instead of seeing you, you can add it was lovely catching up. It was lovely having dinner. It was lovely chatting. So you can add different alternatives to that expression. If your friend is getting into a vehicle, you can add bye. Drive safe. Bye, have a safe trip. Be well now. If you don't have a next date planned with your friend, you can add something to show you want to see them again. Bye. Let's catch up soon. Don't be a stranger. Keep in touch. This is a very common one. Bye. Keep in touch. Take care. Now let's talk about some more informal slang expressions. You can use these with your friends, your family, or even with your co-workers, as long as it's a more informal situation we commonly use. Gotta, I gotta go. I gotta jet. I gotta head out. I gotta take off. I gotta hit the road. I gotta get going. It's by 6 o'clock. I gotta jet. You can also say, catch you later, which just means see you later. Catch you later. And notice I took you and reduced it to you. Catch you later. Catch you later. Sometimes we just say later. A fun expression is catch you on the flip side. I have no idea what the flip side is, but catch you on the flip side. Catch you on the flappity flip. I'll catch you on the flappity flip. Bye. Some people say peace out. I personally have never said this, but I do hear it a lot from some other speakers. Peace out or simply peace. So if that suits your personality, you can use that one. Peace outside. One of the most common informal expressions is just see ya. So we take see you later and we reduce it to see ya. Okay, bye. See ya. Bye. Let's talk about some expressions you can use with your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, spouse, life partner, bye my love, and we say it in such a nice voice. Bye my love, I miss you already. I like that one. I miss you already. Even though they're right there. I miss you already. Bye my love. I miss you already. I miss you too. Now we can use our pet's name for each other. Bye, sweetheart. Bye, sweetie. Bye, cuddle bear. Bye, my darling, or whatever your romantic name for each other is. And if you have young kids, you can use this really cute expression which goes, see you later, alligator. Do you know what comes next in a while? Crocodile. But just use that one with young children. Now let's talk about professional expressions that you can use at work, in a job interview, a networking event, or conference by looking forward to seeing you again soon. Looking forward to working together. So notice the gerund verb we need. You can also use a noun, looking forward to the conference, looking forward to the project. If you're meeting someone for the first time, you can say bye. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure meeting you. It was nice talking to you. In a job interview, we generally express appreciation. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I look forward to hearing from you. The interviewer will also express appreciation. Thank you so much for coming today. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for your time today. We'll be in touch shortly. Notice that expression, in touch. We'll be in touch soon. We'll be in touch shortly. Superiors can add some words of encouragement by keep up the good work, the great work, the amazing work. Or they might say, if you need me, I'm a phone call away. By if you need me, I'm a phone call away. You know where to find me, which is letting you know you can just text me. You know where to find me. I'll be on my phone. You know where to find me. Or a common one in the office is by my door's always open. And that's encouraging you to come back if you want to discuss anything, or if you need help. One of the best ways to understand native speakers and to sound more fluent and natural is to use idioms. There are so many idioms in English language, and right now you are going to learn 50 of the most common that you can use daily. Let's do that now. 2. Play something by ear. This is when you make a decision in the moment rather than planning in advance. So let's say you're talking about your weekend, and your husband or your friend says, "What do you want to do this weekend?" And you might say, "Let's play it by ear. Let's decide as the weekend happens, not in advance. Let's play it by ear, to be all ears." We use this to say that you're ready to listen and you're paying full attention. So let's say you tell your boss you want to discuss something important about the project, and your boss replies, "I'm all ears. I'm all ears to wake up on the wrong side of the bed." This is a great one. We've all done. This is when you wake up in a bad mood. You wake up grumpy. So, let's say you wake up. You go in the kitchen and your wife, your husband says, "Oh, hi, honey. How are you? Would you like some coffee? What do you want for breakfast?" And you're grumpy. "I don't care. Where's my phone?" And you're being grumpy. Well, then your wife, your husband can say, "Well, someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed." And that's just to let you know you're being grumpy to wing something. When you wing something, you perform a speech or presentation without planning in advance. So you definitely don't want to wing your IELTS exam, right? To make a mountain out of a molehill. A molehill is really small. A mountain is really big south. It's when you take a minor problem or issue and you make it seem really serious or severe. So let's say you got one question wrong on a test and you're acting like it's extremely serious. Someone could say, "Don't make a mountain out of a molehill." They're letting you know it's really not that bad to be at a crossroads. This is when you have to make a really important decision that could impact your life. Let's say you've been a graphic designer for 10 years, but you're considering going back to school and changing careers and becoming a lawyer or a teacher. So you might say, I'm not sure if I want to be a graphic designer anymore. I'm at a crossroads, because that decision will impact your life to rain cats and dogs. This is when it rains heavily. So let's say your friend in a different city asks you, "Oh, did it rain last night?" And it did. It rained heavily. You can say, "Yeah, it rained cats and dogs to be on top of the world." This is when you're really, really happy. So let's say you got a new promotion. You can say, "I'm on top of the world," to give someone the cold shoulder. This is when you ignore someone. And you ignore someone on purpose, usually because you're mad at them, annoyed with them. They did something wrong or something to irritate you. So let's say your husband or your wife is ignoring you, you might say. Why? Are you giving me the cold shoulder? It's another way of asking, why are you mad at me? What did I do wrong? Why are you giving me the cold shoulder? To sit on the fence? This is when you delay making a decision, usually because that decision is difficult and you don't want to make it. For example, I asked my boss for a promotion, but he's sitting on the fence, so he won't answer me. He won't say yes. He won't say no. He keeps just saying, "Oh, I need to think about it. I'll get back to you." He's sitting on the fence to hit the nail on the head. This is when you accurately explain a problem or a situation. For example, you hit the nail on the head when you said we needed to reduce our costs. So you explain the situation accurately to be as fit as a fiddle. This simply means you feel great. You have good health. You're in good shape. So maybe you could say, since I changed my diet and I'm eating more fruits and vegetables, I feel as fit as a fiddle. This is a great one to get something out of your system. Thanks for watching today's lesson.